Right then, Manchester United finally won a game yesterday against Brentford. These are the 5 things we learned from the game. We'll be talking about individual players majority in this show, so don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. And let's get straight into it. So, the first thing we learned, Garnacho class. I think Garnacho has really proven himself this season. He might have not got the goals and assists, but neither was the whole Manchester United team. But yesterday against Brentford, he was providing a constant threat. He had maybe 5 or 6 chances to score yesterday and only ended up coming away with the 1 goal. I think his performance was fantastic. He's improving so much. Defensively, he was very, very sharp as well. Put a few good crosses in, a few good shots, and just looked like a constant threat when he picks up the ball every single time. At 19, 20 years of age, he is a very, very young talent who can go on and improve. He can play off the right, off the left. I think his best position is off the left. Obviously, he's competing with Rashford. And with Ahmad being our best right winger, you have to think, for me, put one of Garnacho or Rashford on the left. I know you want to start both of them because they are two very, very good players. But it's a point where you just have to start one of them because we can't afford not to have Ahmad on that right. But Garnacho's performance yesterday was brilliant, and I'm so happy that obviously we have him. I think he's one of the best informed wingers so far this season. He's improved. And yeah, people saying he's an impact player. I mean, he started the game yesterday and had a really good impact throughout the game. Like, he started well. And then with Garnacho, the best thing is he's just so talented. He can go off the right, off the left, both feet, score goals. I mean, that goal was absolutely a great goal, first time finish. Maybe it was straight at the keeper, but still, you got the technique on it was fantastic. And I think Garnacho has improved so much from last season. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with him. So Garnacho was class yesterday. The second thing we learned, Rashford was class as well, whether that's Rashford on the right, Rashford on the left. Rashford was very, very good yesterday. I think the fluidity, the connection he has with Garnacho as well is very, very good. I noticed a big improvement in his tracking back when Delo would go high, which most of the time he will do. Rashford was filling in for him in that right back position. He looked more involved. He tracked back even more. And that's good signs by Rashford. He got a great assist, could have got a few goals himself. I do like him on the right, but he probably prefers playing on the left. But he can put crosses in from the right hand side. Create a chance to have a shot across goal. Like he is a threat of both sides, and I think, as I said when I talked about Garnacho, you just got to start one of them on the left for me and put Ahmad on the right. Yes, there's going to be certain games where you start both of them. I remember last season against Villa where we won 3-2 at home with HOJLUND scored. We had both Rashford and Garnacho, and it did really well. So it just does depend on the game. But yeah, Rashford was class, and I'm hoping he can find some form before the international break. He started to pick up a few glimpses, a few good performances. Hopefully he can kick on now, get some goals, get some assists. Because if we have an informed Rashford, United are just going to benefit. So the second thing we learned, Rashford, improvement. The third thing we learned, Ligt is a warrior. With the blood dripping down his head, like he put everything on the line yesterday. His performance was superb. He was very, very sharp on the ball. He was quick in possession. Was winning his duels fantastically well. And I think the best thing with Ligt is he was fuming. You can see the passion when he plays. And yeah, that performance was absolutely fantastic from him. Like, defended his set piece very, very well. Good on the ball, physical in the interceptions. Had a very good partnership with Johnny Evans, was manoeuvring the ball, was distributing the ball fantastically well. And for me, listen, at 25 years of age, he's got that real leader mentality in him. So yeah, that is the third thing we learned. Ligt is genuinely a warrior, and for me, yes, there's been a few iffy moments, but he hasn't even played like 20 games for United yet. Like, we've got to give him some time. And listen, I'm sure he will come good. He scored a goal already. He looks like a threat from set pieces. Very, very physical. Got pace. Can attack 1v1 situation fantastically well. So yeah, Ligt, warrior performance. The fifth thing, HOJLUND scores. Now, the striker situation for United has been an issue. We've struggled to score goals, and that mainly comes down to us not having a really prolific striker to the start of the season. I think Xerxes more of a number 10 player. And also with us not really creating chances. Now yesterday, I mean, we could have scored 3-4 goals yesterday. Garnacho, but the HOJLUND finish was fantastic, and it was a real striker's finish. And it's great to see him back on the score sheet. He is that striker who I believe can go out and get 20 goals for us in the season. He's that sort of player. He's very, very good on the ball. With his back to goal, he can hold up play. He can involve players into the game. And I was watching the interview post-match from Garnacho, and he said the worst part of HOJLUND's game was actually the goal. And that's correct. Everything else, like HOJLUND was fantastic in that game yesterday. And it really does show what a striker can offer. He was linking up play, getting players into the game. And that really does, see, if you compare that to Xerxes, he had that one chance where he should have scored. And just decision making, he just didn't look confident. I think Xerxes needs to run of games, whether that being that number 10 off HOJLUND. I think that could work. Obviously, I think Bruno is suspended for the game against Fenerbahce, so you could see that happen. But yeah, the fact that HOJLUND got a bit of confidence in him, he can score goals, he can go on now. He scored, I think, in the last Europa League game, was it against Porto? Obviously didn't score against Villa, but scored again against Brentford, and is a real well-worked goal, which leads me on to the fifth and final thing. Bruno Fernandes, what an assist. I'm going to say Bruno return. Like, it was great to get him assist. I think it's his first goal involvement of the season. Very, very good yesterday. He kept the ball simple. The press was good. I think the press from United as a whole doesn't work, but Bruno's press was good individually, because we do just get bypassed otherwise. That's a topic for a different video, but very, very sharp on the ball. A great assist, a moment of magic, and that's the Bruno that we know. It was a great assist by him, and that's the Bruno we know, someone who can create chances like that, and that moment of magic that he can provide for us. And yes, he hasn't done it enough this season, but if he continues to do it, we're massively going to benefit from that, and we're going to score even more goals than we are, and we are struggling to do that. So I think Bruno's performance yesterday, other than not only the assist, other than that, I think he was really, really sharp. He was good in possession, some very, very good passes. I think the midfield looked more compact when he did drop deep. So yeah, they're the 5 things we learned. I think Ligt was fantastic, Xerxes, listen, improvements needed, but HOJLUND getting a goal, the wingers, the whole team did a very, very good job. Yes, we did concede a goal, and it was a cheap goal from a corner, but other than that, the first half was a bit meh, but the second half we were absolutely fantastic. So yeah, 5 things we learned. I'm happy with the result. We move on. Fenerbahce is a big, big game for Manchester United, a game we must win in the Europa League. It's against Jose Mourinho. We've got some ex-players in there for United, a very, very good team. We'll be building up to that from probably Tuesday. 3 things to expect. We come out Thursday morning, press conference, reaction, and much, much more. So don't forget to comment, subscribe on your way out. Let me know who your man of the match was in the comments. Let me know if you agree with the 5 things that I've just talked about there. There's some loads of things I could have talked about. Probably could have talked about Ten Hag, defensive performance. I thought Casemiro was fantastic. But I think overall as a team, it was a much improved second half after a poor first half. And continue to take this momentum now, hopefully, into the next game. And we must build on this because we've got some big games. I'm already worried for the game next week. Yeah, it's going to be tough. We've got West Ham, Brentford. No, sorry, West Ham, Fenerbahce, or Fenerbahce, West Ham, Leicester. Like big games, cup games, Europa League games. But we're keeping you up to date as always. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy.